this is going to be slightly different because this is a post-commentary and not a live one, which is what you're used to, which is what composes all but one part of the campaign so far, excluding this one. So yeah, I've had to do this at one point in the past, not around part 60 or 70 or so, and like now, that was because of a bullshit glitch that fucked up and sabotaged me, so I'll show you the glitch. It's a recurring glitch that can't be avoided. It's just, I wasn't prepared for it, so I couldn't take measures to negate it or nullify its very deleterious effects. So ultimately my general dies at the start of the battle 9 out of 10 times. So basically I had to redo this battle 5 times, including this one. The first time, which is what I would have originally uploaded, he died right away, and then I figured out what happened. Then I decided that I wasn't going to do the commentary again, I was going to just keep re-attempting the battle until I get it right, and then add in the commentary afterwards, like now. So what I'm doing right now is I am positioning all my troops. Alright, the glitch is basically my general spawns in the middle of an enemy column as it comes into the map. I don't know what the fuck he thought he was doing. An entire side of the map, he could have came in anywhere, and he chooses to march in right between several units. So he's basically surrounded, encapsulated by enemies when he comes in into the map, which means that he's going to die most of the time. It's only by doing what I do in this video that he doesn't die. This is the first time he didn't die, and it was the first time I could actually go on with the battle seriously, knowing that I could actually use it. Alright, so this is what I need to do. I need to send out the general, send out Yari Ashigaru as a block. The general is there to lure the cavalry away because that's where he comes in. He comes in right behind. There he is there. What the fuck? What is that shit? Seriously, all that space and he chooses to come in there. What a fucking annoying glitch. So the cavalry has been pulled away. Normally he spawns in. Look, I've not even... Alright, now I gain control of him. Now is the point where I gain control of him.
Is in grave danger, my lord.
So I gain control of him and already 5 guys are dead. Normally only half the unit would have been alive, but I used my general as bait. So I've pulled my bait general back. Or I'm trying to. This general is managing to escape, the one that dies every time. He's got half his unit remaining. And I'm trying right now to manage my my infantry to block the cavalry that are charging my generals. And I managed to do it. So this bullshit glitch means that I had to lose half my general, like 2 of my general's units were halved. They lost half the bodyguards, and I had to sacrifice my Yari Ashigaru and retainers. As a result though, I've taken out some of their cavalry, which is not worth it at all.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
Cavalry are extremely easy to take out in sieges because they have so few men. So there they go. I've lost my retainers and the Yari Ashigaru garrison. That was not worth it. I could have used those units. So my reinforcements are coming. There's a stack of katana samurai and 1 Yari Ashigaru, led by a general, and they are... I'm just running them right up to relieve the fort because, of course, there's a trade-off. The quicker they get there, the more tired they'll be when they arrive. And I decide, fuck it, just arrive as soon as possible. Because look at all of that. If I don't get there in time, they're gonna overwhelm the defences, the matchlocks, and I'm gonna be...
Our entire unit has perished, my lord!
I'm gonna be slaughtered, so I just need to get there. The enemy troops in this battle are actually really dangerous, versatile. They have mangonels, as you can see, they have fire rockets, they have ninja, they have everything. And I've just got a few units of matchlocks, a few units of katanas. I'm outnumbered massively, and they have a massive cocktail of just everything. Like even bow samurai with like 4 attack, they've got everything. So it's very hazardous. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to arrive with my katana samurai to Alright, over here I'm using my general to sort of divert that minor army that's got a mixture of units. And over here I'm doing a similar thing with my generals. I'm trying to pull their forces around the fort so that all of my manned walls have enemies exposed to them so they can fire. So right now I'm basically trying to marshal my katana samurai. I have a lot of katana samurai, which is good. Yeah, it's just a massive clusterfuck at this point. Look at that, fire rockets firing, mangoes are firing, there's fire bomb throwers, there's fire rockets, there's ninjas sneaking around. The ninjas might be dead, I'm not sure. So I'm just trying to hold the walls as well as I can, protect the matchlocks, divert enemy troops, while my katanas chop through them. If I do this well enough, I'm quite confident I can win. So my katana samurai are doing a decent job down here. I'm sending some katana samurai up because if they do manage to overwhelm my matchlocks on the near wall, I would like to be able to block them so that the rest of my matchlocks don't get destroyed. All the troops that you see right now, all the enemy troops, that is not the... This is just the tip of the iceberg. Well, the bulk of the iceberg. There's another army due to arrive. Another 2,000 men, 3,000 men that aren't yet on the battlefield. So it looks like we're doing okay. The walls are still mostly manned. We have katana samurai up so we can meet them head on. Our generals are all arrived. They are charging around, hammering and anviling into the back of engaged enemy troops, while our katana samurai charge around exhausted with their +6 attack mostly. Really doing a good job on them. Right, at this point I realised that sending my katana samurai up to the top may not have been a good idea. It probably would have been better to add them to the bulk that are on the ground and try and just muscle through the enemy troops. They do have katana samurai, I think they have quite a lot, but I have more and mine are better upgraded. So I do have infantry quality superiority, even though I'm vastly outnumbered, so if I take on some of them at a time, I'll be able to cut right through them.
My lord, their general has fallen! A cutting blow!
So I think that's the general of one of the armies killed. There's two armies immediately. Alright, now I need to bring all of those guys around and then gradually envelop around all of these troops. Alright, that unit I'm taking off the walls because it is going to just get friendly fire kills. I can just run down the guys that are on that side. So this looks like it's going quite well at this point. The enemy doesn't look like it's in a good position. They're surrounded, they're all blobbed together. I have katana samurai encroaching upon them. I've got matchlocks on the walls.
Their tower, my lord.
I could overwhelm them. Right, so now I'm just diverting resources to chasing down routing enemies because I assume I'm going to win. You always need to assume you're going to win. And my katana samurai get charged there, but there's a unit of Yari Ashigaru with 45 men still in there. Yeah, that's something that I think I seem to do quite well. I can win the battle, and it can be a very gritty battle with a lot of losses and mistakes, but I'll still retain all of my units. I won't ever let any get totally completely destroyed, not usually. I think I finished this battle with only a few units totally lost, which is great. Combine that with good replenishment time and no harm done. So now I've sort of broken through their infantry. They have a unit of katana samurai here, and I have matchlocks supporting katanas, so we should be able to take them out. Katana samurai can actually do pretty well against katana cavalry. It's kind of bullshit. The hard counter to katana samurai is katana cavalry, and they do not do very well. It's not like with Yari Ashigaru against katana cavalry where it's a complete slaughter. They do not do very well. Unbalanced. So I've got a unit in there with 45 men. I was quite surprised by how resilient my troops were. Like, all my katana samurai outside the walls right now, they only have like 30 men, 43 men, 50 men. 3 units that have almost no men left and they still haven't ran. The mangonels are still firing. The katana cavalry is nearly destroyed. And finally my matchlocks fire. Now the enemy, I think, is arriving on the field, the last army. When that happened, I was worried. I thought this was everything. It didn't feel like I'd just taken on and destroyed everything. But I thought, surely we don't have another army to deal with. But we do. I think soon I turn around and see it and then I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, there we go, holy shit. What can men do against such reckless hate? So now I'm bracing for the storm. I have a few units of matchlocks that are protected during that battle that I send up to man the walls. I'm pulling my katana samurai back to divert them because I know they're going to send their troops around. I'm bringing my cavalry back. Although not far enough, I move them back because they have a lot of matchlock samurai, matchlock ashigaru in there. I think this army is more forgiving in terms of its composition. There's bow ashigaru, there's matchlock ashigaru. Bow and katana samurai are the units that I really dislike in these fights. Yari ashigaru, bow ashigaru, matchlock ashigaru. So I'm on the walls and I'm firing down with defilades. I have a better position for this standoff. I'm taking bad losses right now, definitely. Although they have it worse. And also I've got a lot of katanas ready to charge in. Although I move them back, I want to pull them around a bit more. I can afford to expose my matchlocks to a bit more punishment at this point. So I'm moving in my unit with 116 men in a support position. So this is pretty good right now. I think I've got this under control. A unit of matchlock ashigaru leads the charge up the walls and is destroyed. And my katana samurai are sent out. Their morale was pretty bad at this point. So there we go, I meet them head on in the charge. I really want to make sure my cavalry are safe. They're using fire arrows against that unit in reserve, and it is working. Right, so all the Yari Ashigaru on this side's broken.
Fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
So now I am getting ready to surround them, charge them down, and they're about to break.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
And finally we've won. This battle was a pain in the ass. That glitch at the start meant that the first attempt was just totally fucked. It's like I was not expecting that glitch, so when my general died, it was just a no-go. I had to stop and Alt-F4 and try and recover. I cannot accept that, a general dying to a bullshit glitch, no way. So, a few more attempts until I figured out how to save him, because it seemed for a while that there was no way to save the guy. It seemed like he was just dead. He was spawned between 2 units of light cavalry at the front and behind no dashi samurai, so it seemed pretty dire, like there was no hope for him. But by sending my general in, I was able to distract the enemy enough to pull him out. Albeit with heavy losses, he only has like 17 men remaining, or 14. He had 14 men remaining. So he lost like half the unit in the escape. I even sent this save to Cosmic Contrarian. He's a guy that I collaborate with sometimes here on YouTube, and he pretty much laughed at me and how retarded this situation was. Yeah, he thought I was fucked. It's really deflating to have a general die and it's not your fault, especially when you really want to protect them. Right now I'm chasing down enemies and not really doing a very good job. I've only got 3 units of cavalry. Only 1 unit has enough men to really chase down properly. And also the pathfinding was pretty shit at this point. So that's this battle finally done properly. It wasn't even difficult, it was just that bug. Like, see if I'd been able to use that general properly, I wouldn't have had to have sacrificed those units at the start, and I would have been able to kite them around much easier, and I would have been able to defeat each army one after the other in a proper coordinated fashion. Not this just crazy, like my katana samurai, they did not perform as well in the melee as they could have because they were exhausted the entire time. I could have walked them over, or I could have only ran some of them, then I could have like rotated them, gave units rests, that kind of thing. But no, from the moment the battle began I was under constant pressure and units were just being sacrificed, and yeah, it was horrible. But I have won the battle, and the only negatives are that I lost a couple of units. I can't remember which, you'll see in a minute. So the outcome...
The men are fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the outcome. We finally... This took me about 2 days to get over. Like after it fucked up the first time, I had to just auto forward and continue the next day, and then I spent like a few hours that night, maybe an hour, on finding a way to do this properly. And now, a day later, here I am, adding commentary so that it can be uploaded. So there's a resolution. We killed 5,800, we lost 1,500, we lost 2 units, 1 unit of retainers, and we have all of our melee units intact. I think that was a really good resolution for a battle with such a really crappy, horrible start. And I think another 30 seconds or something. Oh yeah, something came up at the top right corner, I don't know what that is, I think it was just an update. Katana Samurai with 600 kills, that is pretty good. And of course my siege weapons didn't join the battle because they didn't attack that stack, which is what I planned on them doing. And what I'm doing right now is basically just looking at the scrolls, because those won't come up when I continue the campaign. Yeah, after this battle I stopped recording so that I can continue in a normal fashion. So after the turn's end, I look at the scrolls, and then that's the end of the part. I should have probably turned that down because she had no traits. Alright, so that's it. See you in the next part, which will be normal. Unless we get another bullshit glitch.